afternoon, everybody. Crypto Strain here. This afternoon, an update on ECOMI OMI. It's a project, probably one of the top 5 projects that I follow out there. Always spoke fondly of ECOMI and their plans. Yeah, they've had some issues, growing pains with the app. They never expected their app to grow so exponentially with what actually their original plans were. You know, it wasn't designed to have 600,000 users within a few months. Now they've smashed through 1 million users. Okay, so there has been some growing pains. I'm on their Telegram group. You do get a lot of people impatient. However, long term, it's still an absolute fantastic project. So the last video we actually sort of went in depth about this was actually last November. It's amazing how time flies. Now, regarding the price, now I'm amazed we're not 1 cent. I'm absolutely surprised by that. And you can see when I've done the video, it's 0.007. Okay, so it's actually not far off. And here we are today, 0.001. Okay, so it's amazing that after all this time, I know the market's obviously had quite a big drop lately, but still we're at 0.001 now. So again, to me, and it's never financial advice, to me this is an absolute fantastic buying opportunity for me. And I say you've got to do your own research. Me personally, I can't believe how ridiculously low the price is, especially with the burns going on, the token itself, and as they develop. You know, they've left the Go chain and Mutable X now. They've constantly changed. It's not like a level 1 now, and it stays at the top there on CoinGecko. Has recently migrated from their old contract on Go chain to a new ERC20 contract. Okay, so they are constantly developing. You can see when I've done a video back then, you know, the volume was obviously quite high at the time. You can see the circulating supply was approaching 218 billion. Now here we are today. The actual circulating supply is 270.5 billion. So the supply is constantly going out there, but the burn is absolutely incredible. I'll show you that shortly. But long term, such a wonderful project. Now, at the moment, the market cap is basically 418 million. The trading volume the last 24 hours is not huge, 569,000, but the actual project itself is getting so much momentum, I believe. I personally believe this year, again, it's going to be a great year for them with their development, their roadmap, and as they continuously progress with this. Now, they're getting a lot of people joining it now. I think you get sort of articles on here. You go on their VEVE.me, their site, and you can see there, it's got about the next drops, you know, Star Wars, Darth Vader. Okay, it's massive. Also, we'll talk about the lightsabers as well. Now, it's not just Star Wars. It's got the Marvel, it's got DC, Ghostbusters. It's got endless. We've spoken often about this, you know, and you think, you know, you talk about the NFL part of it, you know, the Fast and the Furious, you know, Superman, Back to the Future, and so much more. And I always remember when Back to the Future come out, how quick them NFTs sold out, which to me did not have a huge community. Now, we're always stated for every NFT sold, the equivalent OMI is burned. You've got to think that long term with the volume going on with this project, the team and their burn rate is incredible long term when you think about the token. Okay, it's not just about their app, the gems, buying the NFTs. So many people go, I'm sure the app will improve, make it more transparent with urgency to get these resolved, and people are able to withdraw their NFTs and withdraw the payouts as well. Okay, now also, when I've done that video, you could basically see, obviously the price was quite volatile at the time, the fact it was just short of 1 cent. I say, I never thought we'd be, you know, pretty much halfway through this year, and we're 0.001. Okay, now I say, I know the market said what it has in the last sort of few weeks. However, to me, that's still ridiculously low. Now, we go on their Medium page. Again, the latest news is all about the Star Wars, obviously Obi-Wan, the new series on Disney Channel. They've bought out NFTs for that. You've also got the Lightsabers Collection Series 1, also the Marvel digital comics. But this was the bit I like, so when they do these community updates, the AMAs. Now, I know people been on there recently to even talk about possibly like a debit card was one room that might come out. That's obviously in the distance, so they're always thinking long term. Now, what I liked here on the last update, it says like the second quarter of this year, the project is on track. The second wave of web app beta invites will go out soon. If an invite email looks suspicious, please make sure it's from VEVE. Now, again, a lot of scammers out there. I even see it on their own Telegram group, which you believe. Okay, so you really got to be careful. Never open up any text or email without really doing your research. The web app showrooms are coming with disabled for now for optimization, so you can see that's going to be developed. The Know Your Customer is being finalized. This will verify users and enable payout. Now, that is absolutely critical for them to enable the payout. Payout is contingent on the web plus KYC and is on track. That's great to hear, that really was. Other features such as waitlist and comments in showrooms will not sacrifice KYC payout timelines. Now, the VEVE App update, which again, a lot of people are critical about it. As I say, they perhaps weren't expecting it to be so big, so quick. The market reservations will continue to be optimised. Again, they're thanking everyone for their patience. Obviously, speak on the Telegram group. Again, appreciating people's. But it's a huge community. Okay, now Also, the huge optimists are available now for iPhone 12 Pro and above and newer Android devices. So they're, again, always thinking ahead. Now, I just like the facts that also the ECOMI updates, the token itself, the IMEX bridge is live. It talks about buy OMI through Coinbase Wallet, Uniswap, EVE OMI pair, and obviously the staking. Now, I covered the staking recently, literally 20 days ago. Now, when I've done this, you can see there, talked about staking, how easy it was to do. I've done a dedicated video on it, but again, anyone who helped, just reach out to me. You see that when I've done it, my whole staking investment was 686,014, and here we are, basically 20 days later. You can see there, I've now got 687,895. Okay, so with the stake at the moment, 10.3%, hopefully all going well, and it's going to keep at that rate. I'll basically get a nice, easy 68,000 free OMI just for staking. So again, I'm thinking long term with this project. Okay, so that's what I really like about it, and that is something you really got to think about long term. If you believe in this project, like I do, is get your staking in. Don't just have it sat somewhere not working for you. Okay, now I've done that dedicated video. Very straightforward on Ascendex. I've made it extremely easy. Most easiest exchange, I'd say, to do staking. They're all fairly straightforward on KU Coin, Binance, etc. But I must admit that Ascendex made it so easy, it's incredible. However, as I always state, if you're just getting involved with crypto and it's new to you, you've never done staking before, it's always a bit of a minefield. So don't hesitate to reach out. So you want to do your staking, there's a link below to join Ascendex, entirely up to you. Alternatively, you can buy it on Gate, for example, another favourite exchange of mine. So over time, I'm hoping to get more exchanges, more visibility for the OMI actual token message page on Binance or Coinbase, how much that would then grow even more. Okay, so I like their Medium page, also very active on Twitter with the updates. That's what I really like about this project. They're very good, especially the AMAs. That's what I say, any project as an AMA, talking to the community is absolutely fantastic. Now, I come across this guy, I just saw an article on Discord about this. Now, this guy, Jeremy Padua, he's so active on Twitter, always talking about OMI. He's basically, you see there, he's an executive, he's an entrepreneur. You know, he basically owns, he's the chief brand officer at Jazzwares. You can see what he's actually done in his work history. Now, this guy at the bottom here, you can see brand marketing manager at Mattel. That was 2003. Executive vice president, brand marketing business development, Jack's Pacific. Okay, he's always been in the sort of entertainment, toys, etc. Now, you can see he's had a very, very distinguished career. Basically, you can go through everything he's done, but this was the part that I really liked. You can see here, as I say, his current chief brand officer at Jazzwares, this bit here, global master licensed toy partner of Pokemon. Okay, Fortnite, hello, Roblox. Okay, look all through this here, the Cabbage Patch Kids, the Micro Machines. This guy's the global master licensed toy partner. Now, all these huge companies, also Nickelodeon as well, and Hasbro. Okay, now this guy is so positive about OMI, it's incredible. This is another sort of game changer. We get someone really sort of prevalent in the industry who's really keen on it, okay? Now, this guy is always talking about various toys, etc. So it's his game, you know, it's all part of the toys empires he's over. This guy, he talks here about the OMI burn daily. He states there, 2.5% reserve wallet burned in 4 days. $347 million burned their entire reserve. At this pace, entire reserve would burn in 180 days. We won't sustain this pace, but it's an astonishing stat. And he talks there, and he's always on about it. I say he's not actually works for ECOMI, from what I can see, but the last 2 days, 3 billion OMI burned. Okay, in literally 2 days, 25% of the entire reserve is burned. So when you go back to on CoinGecko, and you can see there the max supply is 750 billion. We spoke before how many hundreds of billions are actually held by in reserves, investors, the team, etc., etc. But I've always stated now we've got circulating supply approaching 270.5 billion. But the total supply will only be 312 because the rest is held up in reserve wallets, etc. Now, we spoke about before, put a lot of people off when people talk it's going to reach $1 worth 750 billion. I say there's never actually going to be 750 billion out there. The total supply according to this is approaching 313 billion. Okay, but I say with this burn, there's never going to be that much. Now, over time, now this is what this Jeremy Padua also agrees, over time, as more NFTs are sold and more OMI is burnt constantly with the development of the OMI project, more people getting on the app, you can see how the token is going to get less and less supply, more exchanges, more people buying it. You naturally think you affect the price, okay? But also the app itself has got so much potential long term as people get onto the NFTs and also just buying unique products like the Star Wars, etc. So I just love this guy. He's just so positive about OMI. He even done be on AMAs about it. But as I say, unless I'm wrong, I cannot see he actually works for ECOMI. He's just a huge fan. I've seen one bit where he talked about his massive investor in it. So obviously he's got a lot of tokens himself. So a guy with this much history, just check his LinkedIn, you can see he's another guy who believes in it long term. Now this was another Twitter I've been following recently, a guy called, funny enough, Pudding Cheeks. Now what he's done is actually created a spreadsheet of the OMI burns, which again is absolutely fascinating when you go. So he puts a free link. Now this is basically what he brings up. Now this again speaks volumes for the project long term. You can see the burns. Okay, absolute total OMI burn there. You can see at all time 55.5 billion. Okay, also here I like here the total gems purchase. Now on the app you buy the gems, etc. $343 million. Total spent in store 219 million. Okay, so it's just the daily burn. I just find it absolutely fascinating how much they're burning every day with the NFTs being sold and the natural burn as well. Okay, so it's just long term, this project, as they keep developing, looks absolutely fantastic. This is why I'm so super bullish on OMI. I've been talking about this for a long time now. Obviously, Bleach come on the channel a long time ago. Ever since then, I've been really pumped about this project. Again, amazing where the price is, though. That's the only sort of surprise. Now, also, on token.vv, their own site, they also talk about the reserve wallet, the Vault wallet, and the token burns. Okay, now, reserve wallet, you can see there, approaching 219 billion is in reserve wallet ETH level 1. The IMX, Immutable X, approaching 5 billion. Okay, so the total in the reserve wallet is 223 billion. Now they're burning that at such a rate. You think how many they've burned the last 2 days, a couple of billion. You really can see where this project's going. Now the Vault wallet, you can see there, approaching 59 billion. The IMX Vault wallet, just over 3 billion, but the burns, okay, when it was obviously Go Chain, you can see there, it was approaching it was basically 26,381 million there. Okay, it was just burn. The ETH level 1, 27 billion. IMX, nearly 60 million burn. So total burn, according to this, is 53,688 million. Absolutely incredible, their burns. And I say, over time, that circulating supply, the total supply is going to keep coming down more and more, especially when you're burning that rate. It's absolutely incredible. Also, notice I follow them on LinkedIn as well, but also notice their team is getting bigger, total employees, okay? It's up 9% in the last 6 months. You know, they're over 40 employees now. That again speaks massive volumes for the team long term. Now, obviously, when you go back to this guy's spreadsheet, he keeps constantly updated, you can see the total spent in store and the gems purchased, and estimated gems in the app alone is 124 million. You can see this project is turning into a massive, massive company. You need a team to talk about that as well. So follow them on Medium, follow them on Twitter. I find them fascinating. But also follow them other guys on Twitter because they're very bullish on the project. And also, I strongly recommend keeping that OMI burn sheet. You know, he keeps it regularly updated every day. You can see where this project's going. So just want to cover all the different angles. It's still developing the way I want. I say amazing. The price to me is, again, it's entirely up to you. To me, this is a fantastic buying opportunity. It truly is. I've seen some crazy price predictions. I've seen people talking about $1, $10. That is crazy. I've always stated my wish this year, or last year, coming into this year, I was hoping it was going to have 10 cents by now. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But I'm hoping this year we'll have 10 cents. Other realistic price predictions like 5 cents, but I've sort of worked out what the burn is, how they're developing the users on the app. I could see a 10 cents. However, it's not just about the OMI token. Obviously, they've got to relate on the app to the gems. Also, people be able to withdraw the NFTs and do the payouts as well. Then I think it could go absolutely massive even more. Okay, now, when you can actually withdraw the NFTs and constantly buy and withdraw and they're burning it, I think, again, that is massive for the OMI token. So, as I said before, this is a project I keep a very close eye on. One of my top 5 projects I'm always keeping my eye on. So, just love the project. I love the AMAs. I love their updates on social media. Absolutely fantastic. So, anyone want to help getting started with the staking, help with the app, buying the token on any exchange, let me know. Don't hesitate to reach out. All my contact details below, info@cryptostrain.com, email. Don't hesitate to reach out. Also, do us a favour, please like and subscribe below. I don't always mention that many times really, but I would appreciate it. Grow the channel. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful day. We'll chat again soon. Cheers now. Bye.